Planeswalkers, Mythras here. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Welcome today, my friends. We have a cool top deck, top 100 Esper Adventure Deck or Adventure Deck. Very excited about this one. We got a cool mechanic coming out of the Dungeons and Dragons here and carrying forward into our Innistrad Midnight Hunt seasons. So this thing's packs a punch. Excited to talk about it, like I said. Appreciate you tuning in, flipping that like if you enjoyed today's video. On top of that, if you happen to have questions, if you have comments, let me know down below. Happy to help. As always, feel free to pop in the Discord server. That information is available to you in the description, along with the timestamps where we'll break down strategy objective of this list. We'll go to boarding for best of 3. We'll play that competitive Magic here today in both best of 1 and best of 3. And then last but not least, we'll do a little bit of a retrospective on where this could potentially sit in this highly competitive meta that we have going on. Now, the deck list is there for you too in the description, along with great ways to connect and support the channel. We got a lot of good benefits to you, like YouTube membership, deck reviews, things like that, as well as Patreon. So Planeswalkers, here's what we got going on here with our top 100 Esper Adventure Deck or Adventure Deck. For those of you that aren't familiar with this mechanic, it came out of the D&D. What happens here is we venture into a dungeon. We can pick a dungeon. We got 1 of 3 here. You can pull out which one that you want, and then you'll go through that, and certain things are going to happen. Now, the mechanic I had seen run very nicely, actually in best of 1, some of the competitive stuff, and was really wanted to take a look at this deck. But today we get to do that. So again, this 100 deck here, or top 100 deck list, is by our friend Zayad Pandy. Congratulations, but on hitting the top 100 with this. I like what we have going on. We're going to talk more about that. So we covered what the adventure piece is. Kind of a slow deck because you get to the 2, so it's really kind of mid-rangey. And then a lot of stuff happening here at the 3 spot. We get protection and oversight from Kaya. We get top end help with Miria's Call as well if we need to. We get help with Hive with the Eye Tyrant. You could certainly throw in the Dragon, or if you wanted to go with the blue, get the big not merfolk guy, but giant in there as well to help you. So those could be some considerations. What's really nice though is Juan T. Malison here is unblockable as long as it's attacking along. This gets through a lot of stuff. A couple comments here from our player Zayed in terms of things that's really nice is this being unblockable. It helps plow through the Ren Chariot decks. Which is very, very big. You can almost always hit Lost Mine of Pandelver right path anyway. And then Fungi Cavern, which we talked about here as well, wins races and protects your Kaya here. So that's a big one to also remember in terms of what we have going on in the deck. So I did want to cover that quickly there, which is very, very important for us. So this deck is really kind of a mid-rangey piece. We got cool mechanics here coming out of white, pretty heavy. We get support with the black for Triumphant Adventure and Kaya, and then blue for Juan here, and some very interesting things. Now, strategy deck to this list, obviously the adventure mechanics, really kind of mid-range deck. So keep that in mind. So it's really about holding up the early game and then trying to knock through before true late game here as well. Now we're going to talk about your sideboard. We're going to break down 3 ways: aggro, mid-range, and late game, which is very important. I also changed up some of the stuff in terms of the sideboard here for your best of 1 and for your best of 3 play. There were some extra openings in the slots here, so you can certainly move things around. In today's meta, you might want to throw in some more counterspell magic. I did not go that path here, but that would be a good one, particularly with the Epiphany decks. We have the Meat Hook Massacre here. This runs actually 2. I flipped in Selfless Glyph Weaver instead for some of the aggro decks. Again, another opportunity here to reduce some of the power word kills, or some of these other pieces and go on the counter side is certainly something that you could do with this deck. But in terms of what we do want to try to do, potentially run under some of those before those things kind of happen with this particular version. So aggro decks are going to be things like mono white, mono green aggro. We got Boros aggro as well. We got the werewolves decks here to boot. So that's always important to pay attention to there as well, and keep an eye on those things. So here, what you're going to want to do is certainly power word kills a big one. You can move things off the board. You could always go Selfless Savior if you want to essentially wipe the boards and those kinds of things, and then you can keep Kaya on, for example, as well. Then as you move to mid-range, you might face some of the Bant Party stuff. We got Grow Werewolves, we talked about that. We got Izzet Dragons in that space. Additionally here, you might run into other decks like Celestia midrange as well, and a host of other things. We did the Angels deck yesterday. That could be one in that space. Again, similar style. If it's more creature based, we'll stick to these kill spells. If not, then you might want to start thinking about if they're wiping your board, you might want to run the Can't Stay Aways, so you can pull your creatures back and get some of that value heavily, or get Selfless Glyph Weaver on there to protect your board as well. Which could be very, very important there. Then as we move into late game decks are going to be things like, again, like the Izzet Dragons, Azor's Control, we got Dimmer Control, we got Black Control here, we got the Izzet Turns decks, we got Epiphany decks, we got a host of things, we got Teamer, all kinds of stuff. So when we hit that, again, like we talked about in terms of some of that sideboard, and you can turn in and move in some of the counter magic. If you wanted to, you could always run Epiphany in this. Also, because we do have the blue space and the access to that. So those are some considerations here, particularly for this deck. In this version, though, we're going to go push full steam forward and try and go under those. Again, considerations, Can't Stay Away to pull things back in would be the big piece there for us, or Selfless Glyph Weaver to protect our board. What do we want to move out? Late game decks. Portable Hole would be a good one. Paladin class could be something as well. You want to get more creature heavy, for example, so keep those things in mind. Or you can move out some of the late game stuff, drop your Kayas, and again, pull from it that way. Mid-range, similar style. Again, Portable Hole might be a decent one to drop. Would look to some of the same things that we just talked about. And then aggro decks, you can pull from the top end here, and then pull that forward, and then move your power word kill spells in to manage the board a little bit better. So that, my friends, is the strategy objective of this list. Again, we covered the aggro, mid-range, and late game lineups, and then also a top 100 by our friend Zayed Pandy. So congrats. All right, let's go ahead and let's play that competitive Magic here. We're very excited about what we have going on. I want to put this deck to the test for you today on the channel. So yesterday we did the Azor's Angels deck. You can check that one out. Again, lots of kind of Azor's, but we're getting bumping into the Esper here now as well. So let's go forth and conquer. I've been very excited to do this list. As I've said before and in the past, was something I wanted to cover, and finally had a chance to do so. So we do have the right makeup here. The challenge that we have off the bat is the land drop, but we will do this, and we will keep this. And then what we need to do is we'll need to decide if we want to run this as well. So certainly now we can wait, but we don't have a turn one anyway, so we might as well play this first. We can flip this for black, which gives us access to this guy on our turn. We also have this. I will certainly play this guy first. And we can block, kill this guy. So this is going to help us slow down a few things here. We can play Redain next turn, and that will slow down all their lands. Love this guy to attack through. We got a couple nice things here. Now, ideally, if we get another white, we could actually drop this guy and drop Paladin class, which would be nice. I will take this guy off the board. There we go. We got these. So we can do this. Yeah. And we can do Paladin class. Now, one of the things here that you could have considered is attacking in just to get the adventure stuff going. But we know that this is pretty heavy. If we can get to Kaya, that's going to be a big piece for us there. Dropping the troll here is certainly going to be big. So this deck is where Meat Hook would excel, and a few other things. I want to take this off the board because that's going to make them have to do a few things there. But most likely they're still going to make that work. So not quite there yet with what we want. We can do this to kind of try and slow some things down. This guy is going to be helpful. We need to think about the next turn that we could have as well. We're not going to be at 5. This guy we can't be blocked. And whenever it deals damage, we're in problem territory though, because they have a lot of damage that they can pull through and hit us with. But let's go ahead and see how we want to play this. I will actually play this, because that way we can play this and then put a 1/1 on Redain here, and hopefully get a little bit of recovery in terms of what we have to do. Now this guy with that is really nice too. If we get to 5, we can do a few things here as well. So we will see. Did Mayo 10 DC? I don't know. Maybe because we're taking so long, they decided to do the same thing here to us. I'll put it on that guy. We're not going to block. Ideally we could land. Oof. Drop this one. Go grab our adventure. Let's grab that. All right, so we'll see what they do here. They're in a good spot. Still, they could bump Ranger class. I can kill one of these. They attack in. Slow them down just a little bit. So they'll get a draw. They attack with Pack Leader. They can make Pack Leader bigger. And then pump on the 3. That would hurt. Now again, here's where Meat Hook and Board Wipe stuff is where I move in, or some of those power word kill spells. So so they'll get a draw. We'll see where they put the 1/1. It's not lethal yet. So we can wait. We'll block here. They might have a +1/+1 though with Snakeskin. Alright, so we did not get... We need to get some activation here on the adventure side. We didn't do that. A lot of draw here. Okay, so we'll do this first. We want to do one there. One there. Let's grab this. We'll grab our planes. Put this guy in. Now each player loses one. Lost Mine, Pandelver, so that's the one that we talked about there. And Mad Mage. So we do want to get to that if we go block 2 here. Let's be real close. They have enough to get through. Let's go back to our browser. We'll grab that one. That down. Unfortunately, no matter how we block, very, very interesting deck. Hard matchup, but if we were to board in some of that wipe stuff, be in a good spot. Move more towards that control. Also more towards the ability to power word kill, those kinds of things would make a huge difference. You really want to build that board position with the adventure stuff pretty quickly there. But we couldn't get it because they were one step ahead of us, and we didn't want to keep taking that damage. Now we could have tried to wait. They might not have blocked the ton right off the bat, so we can keep this. We got access to all our colors again, which is great. We have a turn 1 and a turn 2 spell drop, so that's better. Got Kaya. Alright, so we got a turns. That might get killed. If it does, we'll go 1T first. Ooh. Oh. Unblockable first. Let's go from there. There's the spike. Another turn. Grab that one. Keep that. Alright, let's do this. See if we can get away with it. Alright, so that means we could have got Kai on the board. And we could have got away with a couple other things there. So let's grab this one. Let's grab this. Now they might spike it. Nope. Ooh, we still get this off though. That's what we needed. So now we still got a creature. I want to be able to get Kaya on the board. So we'll see here. It's going to cost them 2 to spike it. I didn't do it. So they're going on the turn stuff for sure. So we could play this. Don't need that yet. Let's try it. There we go. So they got a double turn here, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got a Myria's Call we can drop. We can pump our creatures all. Next turn twice. Double pump here, I bet. Ooh, we're still in. Alright. Let's make our flyers. We got plenty of blocks here. We'll have another turn. Izzet Epiphany. Now they still have their Storm Giant. Alright, second round. Are they going to get rid of an angel? That's the question. Now we can bump. Paladin class again. Yeah. Thank you. So we can go pull Mascot again, which is nice. If we ever get a creature on, I can drop Kaya too. We're not worried about Mascot Exhibition right now. we go. I get that on the board. Get this on the board. Oh, they had one. I should have played Elven class first. Oh. Let's go here. Put an angel back up. Oh, we should have had Kaya hit. Should have hit. Should have hit. It's too bad. Let's do this. So if we remove this, which is what we can do, we actually have lethal. So we'll go browser. Let's grab this. Boom. Very nice. Izzet turns no more. Very, very fun match. A lot happening there. A lot happening. But see, there we got our board built nicely. Couldn't keep creatures on, but we eventually overcame it, which was big. All right, on to our third and final best of one match. Don't forget, great way to support the channel, stay connected. I got swag store stuff, you get a hat, you get coffee mugs, all kinds of cool stuff. Takara MT. All right, we can keep this. We go first, we get all the colors that we need. We'll play this off the bat. We can go with blue. We'll play this first. So we can double up here right away, which is going to be big and what we're going to need. We can get rid of that as well. Let's do this. Get bigger. I could get that off the board. Need another white. We can get this on. They're not going to be able to attack. They'll attack in. Let's do this first. We will keep that. That'll get me to 5. We can create a token here too. Let's do that. Get this guy off. There we go. Now we could have waited. There we go. Locking them down. And now we're already all the way through. Which is very nice. Dungeon completed. All our guys are bigger. Next we can play Kaya too, which is huge for us. play this too. Oof. Let's do this first.
Don't worry, I got you.
We can create a 1/1. Great treasure. That goes down. And we can do treasure, or we can create a creature. That helps a ton. Let's go with the creature, though. So the thing is, now they have to pull this guy off because we can be blocked, which is great. We'll go with their flyer. You know, love it. Exacted revenge on our mono green friends here. Oh, big part of the meta too right now. It's a huge, huge part of the meta. Super fun. Lots going on with this deck. Lots of things to think about. Giving you some nice options. And wow, we really got cracking there. All right. On to our traditional standard rank now. Again, yesterday we did the Azorus Angels. Today we're doing our Esper Adventure deck or Adventure deck. Very, very lovely. So best of one for those of you that are popping in now. We did go 2-1. Really, really healthy matches, and super fun. We're gonna play first. We will keep this. We don't have black, which is a problem, but we'll figure it out. So we can go here. So they're going to need to burn that guy off fast. We can make Nadar bigger if we can hit. Let's see what they got here. Definitely looks like an Izzet control deck. They're going to burn him off. Luminarks, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Our Dragon's deck. Alright. What we got? Let's take a peek. Ooh, we want the black though. Alright, we'll keep it. Fortunately, it's legendary too. You can go treasure token. Let's go wide. 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 2 more anyway, so we'll wait. Yeah. We can pump here. So this is going to be good for us. Pump this. Ooh. It's hard. If we would have put it on Nadar, maybe that would have been game. Do they have enough for smoldering here? Now, we can always drop another Nadar if we need. The dragon's dead. Either way, let's figure out what we want to do here. We're gonna draw a card. We can do a few things. Keep that. We just need to decide what we're doing next. Now, they could have the board wipe. Frost and Fire would completely destroy me here. Ah, we're good. Things check. So now what we need to do here is we need to think about what we want to do with the dragon deck. Portable Hole's gone. It does take a couple things out. Target non-angel, non-demon, non-devil, non-dragon. So that doesn't help us there. We could go with this guy. I'm gonna put 2 of these in here. We could do Masker Hook too. But let's do this instead. Because then we can protect our board if we need to. Alright, we can try it. Spike. There's the spike. It's alright. Next time we can go Nadar or we can go Redain. Figure it out. Got another white here. Let me get this guy going. Let's go here. Do one other one. Let's do it. We're gonna play Redain first. Next turn, I can drop a Luminarch and Sparring Regiment. If we can make that work, we'll be in a really good, healthy spot. We We can always pop on the Paladin class too if we need to. They're looking for something to burn our guy down. No, they didn't do it, huh? They could have wiped. 2 damage. There it is. It's fine. We do this. Now they need another one. Could be turns here though. They also can activate the Memory Deluge. Interesting play. Not with the token. Memory Deluge. 4. Wonder if they got counter magic here. We'll try this. There we go. I'm gonna grab this. We can still get our guy on, which is fine. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for mascot exhibition. They're gonna crack everything to go find what they need. I would expect some board wipe stuff here. I'm actually gonna go with this. I'm gonna do this. And then let's grab. I can thin. Go expand. Make something real big. We still got our mascot exhibition if we need it. Right, did we get through? They need the turns. I don't know, do we get through? Chaos without target. Whoops. Whoops. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. We did it. I would be upset. Look at that. One more game. Love the deck. Super fun. Took down a lot of key decks here with this one. Dragons, mono green. Very, very powerful here today. Very, very fun. Let's go ahead and check it out again. Esper Adventure Deck, whatever you want to call it, by our lovely friend here, Zayad Pandy. Congratulations, bud, with this deck. Super fun. We made some changes like we talked about there. Power Word Kill isn't as helpful against those Dragons decks right now, so maybe that's where you flip in. You know, some more of that control magic that we talked about as well. Or making the Epiphany deck. We got everything rolling with this sucker today, though. So best of one, we went 2-1. Very, very healthy. Best of three, we went 2-0 against the Dragons deck. We beat and took down a lot of the key decks right now in the meta. So where could this sit? I think it certainly could be in a nice little flavor spot in the tier 2 space for both best of one and best of three. A good alternative to the meta right now. Very fun. Lots of things that we're kicking around and a lot of gameplay like you saw. When you get that adventure stuff going, there's a lot of things happening there and popping off for you, which is pretty cool. So we talked about some of the changes in the mana base if you want. We talked about some of the sideboard changes. I changed up, maximized your pulling there for best of one and best of three. Should you do that, I want to make sure we got enough of those mascot exhibitions. Certainly had a lot of opportunity to play that. We covered off on some of these things. And again, it does run a second meat hook as well, but we didn't run that today. So hope you liked today's video. Appreciate your support as always. Flip me that like, and great ways to support the channel and stay connected in the description. You'll also find the deck list and the Discord information, so you can come in, say hi. Lots of folks in there, 300 plus, pretty crazy. Lots of deck building activities going on and tournaments and those kinds of things. And if you have questions, if you have comments, let me know. So make sure you stay tuned. We got more Center Top decks coming. We got Historic coming. I'll get back to live stream here soon. Tournament stuff that we talked about, Friday Night Meta, tier lists, I promise, are on their way. And a whole host of other things fun here on the channel. So make sure you stay connected, stay tuned. Great ways to support with swag or YouTube memberships. Lots of value there for you too. So Planeswalkers, until next time, we'll see you again soon. Mythras out, and you stay safe, my friends.